Alright, so I've really been thinking about first, um hello. Second, don't mind me. I have to comb out my hair so that I can get my hair done because my birthday is tomorrow. So um yeah, I gotta get my birthday hair. And ooh, right, so I was just thinking, why not record this video right now while I'm combing out my hair? So if I look a little crazy, don't mind me. I gotta do this. But I have been thinking about. So I watched the Wendy Williams movie, and if you don't know who Wendy Williams is, where like you live under a rock, I guess. But Wendy Williams has always been like, somebody in the media. Like I feel like most people know who Wendy Williams is, right? And the reason they know who she is because she's kind of mean and nasty. But watching her movie, like, she is making this movie. She was like on the crew for it, right? And so, her mean and nastiness is painted as, you know, being brutally honest. And that's what I really wanted to talk about is it being brutally honest like even real? Is that like honesty with no like care to the person you're being honest to? Like, is that really honesty? Like, does that make you a more upfront and like real person, or does that actually just make you a mean and nasty person? Because I think for a long time I considered myself like a brutally honest person, and I've been trying to unpack that because I think there's been times where maybe I'm actually just being mean. And like, it's not that I'm being mean on purpose because I'm just being honest, but I think the difference between being honest and being mean is not always the intent, but like how you deliver it. Like how like like when somebody's breath stinks, like I'm not just gonna be like I'm just gonna be like your breath stinks. It smells like XYZ. Like that's the person that I am, and like maybe categorizing it and giving adjectives to the stinky breath is the issue, or like it's just insensitive to how that person might feel about their insecurity. Like it's not. It's kind of a little bit your fault that your breath stinks, but like, is it always like, you know, stinky breath is like controllable, but you know, if your breath stinks, most of the time people know that their breath stinks, right? So like, are you really just making it worse by pointing out like, oh, like your breath smells bad? Because like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm first off, I think it might actually be bad to point out that somebody breath stinks in the first place. That's that's besides that, like when I'm really thinking about it, like why are you pointing out that somebody breath stink? Like really? And then it's like I don't really do it in front of people, but like my siblings I do it, but those are my siblings. So like am I being mean to my siblings or am I just being their older sister? I don't know. But when if I was to tell somebody, like a friend or even a stranger, that they breath was rocking, like saying they breath is rocking might not be the right words. Saying your breath smell like ugh, that's not the right words. I know those aren't the right words, but then it's like, how do you like gently be honest about the scent of somebody's breath? Like when somebody's musty, is musty really the right word, or do you say like how would you go about that? Like, oh, you have like a strong body odor. That doesn't sound better to me, at least. I feel like I'm processing all of these things as the same thing, right? And so here I am, like I can see other people being mean. Like when I'm watching the Wendy Williams movie, and it really humanizes her. Honestly, I think you should watch it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think it's funny. Some of the stuff that happens in the movie is not funny. It is her real life, but at the same time, this is Wendy Williams. Like, how many people's lives has she talked about? So here she is talking about her own. It definitely humanizes her, but I feel like in that process of telling it all and being honest and being like brutally honest, there comes like that moment where you're like, hmm, it even to herself, she's not being charitable to her own feelings for certain things. Like when she talks about her addiction and how she decided to portray herself in these moments, like I appreciate the honesty, but also imagine having to write something like this, having to tell people like these things. I feel like somehow the the Wendy Williams movie was almost insensitive to herself and to her own life experience, but at the same time she was involved in it, and like that extends to that brutally honest stuff. It's not that you're being mean outright. Well, it becomes mean because you're not being sensitive and you're not being considerate of how somebody might feel, about how that situation is affecting other people. And that's why, like, certain jokes, like, if you're like joking, if you're roasting somebody, you are being mean, right? But if somebody took that roast, like, about your hairline, like, your hairline is messed up, is that really saying your hairline is messed up or like it needs to be fixed might be true, but it's insensitive to that person because what can they truly do about their hairline? Take some like, I don't know, go to Turkey or something and get it fixed? Like, I don't know, they don't have that many solutions. Gotta wait till the hair grows back to go to the barber? Like, get a new barber? It's, it's not really like fixable in the moment. And I think that's part of it. Like, just certain things, body odor, smelly breath, those type of things that are pointed out can't really be fixed in the moment. And that's another thing about being brutally honest. You have that brutal honesty, but where's the like brutal advice? You're not giving it. So me, I think that's where I'm doing better. Like, I'm not gonna just make fun of somebody, because really that's how it comes off. You're making fun of somebody without even realizing it, right? And so you are being mean. But I'm not just gonna be like my brother. He's 13-year-old boys, I don't know, they don't know how to get in the shower. Sorry for blowing you up, but if you're watching this, my dear lovely 13-year-old brother, but them armpits be rocking, yo. Actually, the whole body be rocking, like, and this is my brother. And like, my mom and my granny are telling me like I'm being mean to him when I bring it up. Like, I'd be like, yo, you need to go take a shower. And then I don't feel like that's mean, but at the same time I'm like, maybe I'm being a little harsh. But at the same time, all I'm saying is, like, sometimes I don't say that he stinks. I'm just like, you need to get in the shower. Like, which implies that you need to wash because you stink. But also, like, it's not so bad to be like, you gotta take a shower. Like, I told you the solution to your problem. Especially if you're in the house. Like, if you're at home, or like if you're somewhere where the solution can be fixed, if you got a solution, like if you're around somebody and their breath stinks and you got gum, you be like, here, you need this. But like, don't say you need this. That part is that insensitive part because you're pointing out the issue. You could be like, you want some gum? And most people are gonna say yes. And if they say no, then you need to like tap on the shoulder, like, no, come on, take this piece of gum now. Please take this piece of gum. But I feel like those are like more tame scenarios, honestly. But I feel like those are those types of things where people are claim to be brutally honest the most, or like with like relationship advice. oh, leave XYZ or whatever. Or, but I feel like maybe I just haven't been through these situations enough. But I don't know. I don't know how you could really truly be mean about relationship advice unless unless you're calling your friend like dumb or like something like that. Like you're undermining them in that situation. That like they're asking for advice for a reason. So you don't need to go that extra mile to talk about them. Even if you want to tell it all and be as honest as you feel, sometimes you gotta add in some buffers. Don't be calling the people that are coming to you for help, for advice, for some sort of like if you're coming to somebody for a reality check, right? Because you have painted yourself as that honest friend, that brutally honest friend. I paint myself as that brutally honest friend. But I realize that to be brutally honest, the brutality part does not mean literally hurt somebody's feelings. And that's what a lot of people need to realize. When you're being brutal, like you don't want to literally ruin this person. That brutal honesty is just you want to be direct to the point, but but being careful with your words. You know, like if you're speaking clearly, you will not be misunderstood. Even if you don't use certain words that are insensitive to the person that you're talking to. You know, being brutally honest about the situation doesn't mean be mean to the person that you're being honest to. Unless like unless somebody really needs the meanness to get the point like through their head. Like there's a meanness drill at the end of your honesty, because that's the only way they're gonna get it. That's a whole nother story than just speaking to somebody that you are close to. That's somebody that is trusting you, and now you just like hurt them badly because you wanna keep being honest. No, now you're being mean, and that's really what it is. So no more being mean. And like this, like me starting this off with Wendy Williams is just because she's one of those like celebrities that I recognize as being mean. Like not mean, but everybody sees her and what she claims to be doing by being honest and like speaking it all, telling it all, comes off like she's telling it all about people's lives. And then it becomes insensitive. She's being insensitive to people's situations. Oh, snap. Just, oh my gosh. Snappy. And then I'm trying to think of like more people, like maybe not like I don't know any YouTubers or anything. I feel like there's definitely a push in like online communities to be as gentle as possible with how you speak, because like somebody will be a little bit mean, but at the same time there's those people where it's acceptable to make fun of them. you know like it's even acceptable to make fun of the Kardashians. They're so incredibly rich and famous that do their feelings really matter? Like Khloe Kardashian, who is treating this girl gently with their words? Like any conversation about her getting cheated on or da 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 blah 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 this, very not sensitive to her at all. But like if she was their friend, would they consider them, like would you speak to your friend how you speak to Khloe Kardashian? And if you do, you need to really evaluate how much you like your friend. Like you're being mean. You're being mean. We need to start being nice again. We need to pursue niceness in our friendships and when giving advice, okay? Brutal honesty still means there's some sensitivity to your words. The brutality does not have to be meanness. It really doesn't. It really doesn't have to be mean. And that's done. No need to be mean to people, especially those close to you. under the guise of being honest, because you're not being honest about that. You're being mean. You're being mean, and you're being nasty, and you're probably being rude. So how about we stop? How about we stop all of that mean, nasty rudeness, and just like and subscribe and comment. Like, I don't know, comment something. Just tell me, like what are some situations where you realize you're being mean when you thought you were being honest, or being rude when you thought you were being honest, or in any situation. I know a lot of people end up in these situations. Well, not a lot of people. Some people. If you're like me, then you probably ended up in a situation like that and you feel bad, but like at the same time, you can't really go back. And if you can say sorry, you might not even say sorry. That's how it feels. Like that's how I think about it. Like, cause like me, when I'm thinking about, I'm like, I'm right. Just because you're right doesn't mean it's not wrong to be that mean about it. Cause it's just so mean. I told my sister her breath smelled like poop in public. What is wrong with me? Like, that is mean. Like, looking back, that's mean. And I feel bad. Like, it's already done. But I just feel like, dang, I didn't need to blow her up like that, you know? And that's how you need to, like, really think about it. Like, are these the right words to use? Because you can still be honest while being sensitive to somebody's feelings, to the situation, and not hurting anybody, but still like giving advice, putting yourself out there. It's very easy when you really think about it. Sometimes the fastest, quickest way to say it is not the best way. You might have to skirt around it. And just because you're skirting around the words that pop up into your mind right away doesn't mean you're being less honest. Okay? You're just taking people's emotions into consideration. Okay? And a lot of people don't do that, and you need to start doing that. Because even if you don't like this person, no, like, you are becoming a bully if you keep it up. We don't want to bully people. Anyways, have a good day, and like and subscribe, like I said. Bye.